do not disturb here, Frank. Last time.
Hmm.
Yeah. Your context good this time, Frank? I know last time the context.
They are, but I was thinking about it this morning. I'm like, should I just keep the glasses on? But I can't read the screen well with the glasses. So I'm going to risk it.
We're not risking it today. We're going to go
for it. Worst case, I just run upstairs.
Worst case.
Slap on the glasses.
All right. Looks like we're live here. Frank, good morning, man. We got a few people jumping on in, but if you're tuning in, we're ready to go live with the SaaSPRENEUR. Get your first paying customer using high level reputation management tool. We went in depth yesterday. Frank went in depth yesterday on the reason that holds people back from even starting entrepreneurship, which is overthinking. And he pretty much simplified how you can use high level and yourself in your local market to get that first paying framework set up. Today, he's actually going to go over the framework to get the first paying customer. So if you haven't watched yesterday's, don't leave. Stay here with us. We're going to get you caught up on the replay. There'll be a link below here shortly. And ask questions. Okay, so Frank's going to kind of go through his flow uninterrupted. I just need you guys to ask a lot of questions so I can put them all together and get them to Frank once he takes a water break or we wrap up. But you got to make sure we get all this answered, because by the time we're done, there shouldn't be any excuses. And we know a lot of people are here to get started, especially with the new year arriving. So I'm excited for it, Frank. I kind of got that all out the door. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Yesterday was fun. And today, by the way, what we're going to do is get them coming to you, because as we discussed yesterday, the underlying root cause of the perfectionism and the overthinking is really fear of rejection and looking dumb and embarrassment and everything. So we're going to further reduce the chances of that happening by going through a system that causes people to actually come to you and say, okay, yeah, I'd like to go over this with you. That sounds cool.
Frank, while people are loading up here, everyone's kind of, if you could just share where you're tuning in from and what questions you have, I promise we'll get to it. Mark, we'll get you squared away here. We're definitely live. We are live. D West, thanks for jumping on in. We got Moxie Street AI. Thanks for jumping on in.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Victoria, Canada, jumping on in, Chris. But Frank, I just want to put myself in the shoes of somebody brand new that doesn't know what they need to know. I know that when we get started with high level, the system part of it is pretty much a swipe and deploy, where you get in the reputation manager section and you follow some of the instructions and you get the first set of reviews out there. For someone that's never done any digital marketing before, in my case being the person asking, could you give me some advice on where I should start with maybe a business mindset or a business plan of at least what I should be aware of?
Yeah. Okay. Number one, it's not always going to be a yes, and that's okay. However, when it's a no, it's not like no, and not only no, I'm now going to show up at your house with pitchforks and torches and stuff. It's like, I'm cool. So the whole, thing that we build up in our minds of, oh God, I'm going to look dumb and this is going to be, it really doesn't. It doesn't happen. It's no big deal. Digital marketing is no different than any other kind of marketing. In fact, the less digitally you try to be and the more like normal person you try to be, especially in a hyper local environment, the better it works. So all digital marketing is saying stuff online. It's no different than offline marketing, except it's unbelievably cheaper and easier to do. But with that exception, it's all the same. So yeah, simplicity works. The fundamentals are the key here. And your biggest advantage is that we've got something they want. Like, no one's going to be like, I don't want good reviews at all. I don't think they're important. It's like, probably not going to get a lot of resistance there. You have a product that's proven, it works. I don't know how many gazillion people are on high level. They've got it on their site. The number changes all the time. And you're the person down the street. So they have like this built-in kind of, higher trust factor in you than they would from some big corporate rep. So it's literally a manner of following these simple instructions, which are find people who have a problem, show them the problem, offer to help them, offer to show them how to fix it for free, and then let them ask you to actually fix it for them for money. That's the 3-step process. And it's really not a big deal if we don't make it a big deal. It's very basic. And I'll show you like exactly what to do today. Well, like today's the day that we get people to actually ask to talk to you.
Yeah, today is the day, and it's exciting because we do have a lot of new people here. If you are brand new joining in, as in you joined yesterday and this is your second day new, or you just joined today and you haven't been here yesterday, or you just kind of got started, let us know in the comments. Want to look out for you to make sure we give you that guidance you need. Frank, another question for you here is for someone that is not what's the best way to put this that I don't want to go down this route because it could turn into a rabbit hole.
If they're completely crazy, they're going to be okay because look at me, for God's sake. Okay, like people like real people talk to me. It's unbelievable. So you're going to be fine. I mean, you can't be worse than me. Yeah. I mean, I hope not. God help you if you are. But like, dude, come on. You know what I mean? It's like if I can do it, you're going to be all right.
Yeah, and to your point, sometimes I hear this from time to time. People will look up marketing stuff. They'll see marketing professionals, marketing, influencers, affiliates out there, and all they see is marketing. How do you? Can you give some advice around, even though you may be following marketing and they're trying to market you, how you should be trying to market your ideal customer? Because like if I follow you online and I start to use some of the jargon and kind of positioning you use, the electrician or the tree service gentleman or lady may not know what any of that means. Like it's almost like you ask, "Hey, do you ever follow this one on LinkedIn or on YouTube?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't ever heard of them." You're like, "How do you not know them?" Because in our world we know them, but in their world they don't even know. How do you kind of keep yourself in check with that stuff?
Don't worry about it and stay local and like make stuff. Like, so let's say you want to just work with tree surgeons or whatever. Make stuff that's horrible unless the person watching it or reading it is a tree surgeon. that's it, So if you were making a video, you like, this is a video for tree surgeons about how to get better reviews so you can get more customers, and then start talking.
Yeah.
And people who ain't tree surgeons probably not going to watch it. You don't care. The 10 tree surgeons that watch it are probably like really interested in the end result. So all the vanity metrics and stuff they're pointless. It's like, it means nothing, and views are irrelevant. None of that stuff matters. It's I learned this from Dan Kennedy. It's the right message in front of the right person at the right time. The end. It could be written on a napkin. It doesn't matter. It's, hey, if you're this person and you have this problem, I can show you how to solve the problem. I'm happy to show you how to solve it for nothing. And then you show them how to solve it and you let them ask you to solve it for them. And that's like, I didn't make up that formula. That's been around forever. I would love to take credit for that. I single-handedly invented that, but I didn't. It's just common sense passed on for 100 years or so from marketing person to marketing person.
Yeah. Frank, as we just kind of talking this through, as people are jumping on in, I start to realize that I might be in the same shoes as some of these people myself, even though I'm doing this every day. I'm overthinking it. I'm essentially making like these scenarios in my mind of what I need to do to kind of get it done. And you're like, dude, keep it simple. So if you could type in the chat for me, keep it simple. Type in the chat, keep it simple. Looks like we got about 100 or so people that are tuning in. The rest of you will get in when you can. But type in the chat, keep it simple. If you're ready to learn the simple way with our special guest here, Frank Kern. If it's your first time meeting him, buckle up. If it's your returning time meeting him, buckle up as well, because we're about to go on a fun journey here. Frank, the folks are here to learn from you, and I'm here just to kind of facilitate questions and make sure we get the right screen shares here going. Would you mind kind of just kicking us off here, what we got ahead of us? I'm going to be in the background, and if you need me, you give me a holler, and we're going to keep it simple. It looks like everyone's on board with that.
Okay. So our whole mission today, there's, as we talked about yesterday, but I like reiterating because I don't even remember what happened yesterday half the time, there's really 3 steps to this whole thing. And it kind of doesn't matter what you're selling in terms of service stuff, like if we were selling, I don't know, wine glasses, it would be different. But for all kind of stuff, you find people who have a problem. and you know for sure they've got this problem, and we'll show you how to know for sure today. Like, it's really cool, it's really simple. And then you say, hey, you've got this problem, here it is. I don't think you should have it. Like, that's not that good. If you'd like, I can show you how to fix it for free. Let me know. And so that was step 2, by the way. Tell them they have the problem, offer to show them how to fix it for free. Step 3 is what we'll go over tomorrow. So today we're just going to get them asking you to help them. Step 3 is show them how to fix it for free. We're not pitching high level. We're not like talking about features. We're just going, all right, here's what you need to do to get a bunch of reviews. And then you let them naturally ask you, well, can you do this for me? Yeah, sure. Stop talking. How much? Give price. Stop talking. Answer questions. Yes, no, either way is fine. Because this is why I'm so cavalier about it, I guess. It's a good sounding word. I'm not quite sure it's the right one. I'm going to use it anyway. Cavalier is, man, there's just more of them than there are of you. Like, there's a gazillion, Google it, how many small businesses there are. They're like, if every single person that works with high level, every single person that works with Salesforce and whatever the other one is, I can't remember, Marketo or something, all that stuff. All of us, if we all got together and just never slept, and got brain transplants from the greatest marketing people in the history of ever, we could not sell all of them. Like, there's just too many of them, So there's no reason to freak out over the little stuff. You have a thing people want. Some of them will say yeah, some of them will say no. It's really not a big deal, because that's all you got to do is be like, okay, next, off we go, And it's really that simple. And the only way to make it unsimple, which is totally a real grammatically correct term, is to get in your head and freak out over stuff. So with that said, let's get going. So this is designed for people that are like me, but less weird probably. Before I discovered the wonderful world of online marketing in 1999, by the way, I was a door-to-door salesman, and I hated it. And prior to being a door-to-door salesman, I was a car salesman, and I absolutely hated it. Because A, I'm bad at that, and B, I'm the most introverted person ever, dude. Like this little room I'm in right now, I'm in my house, and this room is probably, I don't know, this, like what you see behind me, and then the same amount of space is, on that side. It's like I kind of live in here.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah, here we go. Did the thing explode? That's how you know we're live right there.
Frank.
What happened?
Let's keep it simple, man.
What happened?
I don't know what you did. You were telling me before you were working on this screen. I'm like, what happened here?
Oh, it's so bizarre. It just like stopped streaming or something.
I love it.
Here we go. Yeah, I didn't do nothing.
We were just trying to make sure everyone was paying attention. So
we did it on purpose. It's a psychological hack. Attention hacking. I think someone actually uses that in marketing. Anyway, so like, I'm such an introverted weirdo that if I go to a hotel and you have to call room service and actually talk to somebody to order the food, all right, probably ain't going to eat. Like, I'm that bad. So this is for people like, that level of introverted, not wanting to talk to strangers. So here's what we're going to do. If someone actually has a problem and you can solve it, it's not that hard to get them as a customer. Like, so we need to accept that to be logically true. It's got to be a significant problem, and they need to believe you can solve it. Best way to do that is demonstration, by the way. Show you how to do that, but it's just fundamentally kind of logical, And so there's that. All right. This actually happened, by the way. All right. I'm going to tell you this story to illustrate how bad businesses are at marketing. Okay. Because you are probably like me, if you're on here, in the sense that you watch marketing stuff on social media. So you see a lot of marketing stuff, and it makes us think that the rest of the world is like that. They're not. They don't know anything about marketing. It's amazing. So I don't hear well. It's like really bad ringing 24/7 for, I don't know, like 30 years. It's terrible. All right. So can't control the screen clearly. Okay. So, forgot, I got to finish the story. So eventually I'm like, I've had enough of this because I just can't freaking hear. It's embarrassing, So I call the local, whatever you call them, audiologist or something, and I get their machine. I'm like, hi, my name's Frank. I live like 2 miles from you. I can't hear worth a damn. It's really bothering me. I have health insurance, and if you don't take health insurance, I've got American Express. I don't care about the cost. I want to hear properly. Please call me back. Never heard from them, like ever. So I had to call them again. I'm like, hey, and like it took 3 times, me calling them 3 times to get the appointment. Turns out hearing aids for me, this makes you hear the stuff you don't want to hear, like the sound of dishes clanking. So I was like, that was a waste of time. But nonetheless, like, that's how bad local businesses are. So almost all local businesses are that bad. So like the stuff that you're probably taking for granted how rare your actual knowledge is. Not to blow smoke or anything, but I'm just telling you that's how they are. So high level can fix the mistakes. All right. A big thing, at least for me, that'll get in my way. If I don't believe in the thing that I'm selling, I can't sell it. I'm just not going to be able to do a good job. High level works, especially the reviews thingy. Like that has been like a freaking workhorse forever. God knows how many people use it, but it's really proven. So that's good. And it's something to be proud to sell. So here's our winning formula. I know I'm being redundant, but forgot what, I'd already said that before in the slides. So we want to find people with problems. We're going to show you how to do that. It's easy. We're going to press buttons. So we're going to press buttons, and then we're going to copy and paste. All right. I apologize for being so demanding. We're going to find people with problems. Okay. The problem is going to be they ain't got enough reviews, or their pesky competition has more reviews than them. That's the problem. All right. Then we're going to show them how to make those problems go away. And I say do a demo, but we really just teach them how to get rid of the problems and then let them ask us to do all the work for them. And then when they ask you, you tell them the price and you let them pay you to solve the problem. And that's kind of the main things. And we could, of course, go hog wild and ask them for referrals. That's a really big advantage of dealing with a local market, because local business owners like hang out together typically, and they'll refer you. And that's good, because it's not hard to do a good job with this, like how it works. Like the end was really never about us. We just have this machine that does this thing. It works real good. So that's pretty sweet. So how do we find these people with problems? Probably by standing on the side of the road going, y'all got a problem? Seems like that would work great. I'm not going to do that. All right. So pretty easy, because most businesses have the same problems. All right. Which means we just need to start with a list of local businesses. So I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. Please don't skip this like manual labor method I'm about to show you, because it would be silly not to. All right. We want a list, ideally, of 100 local businesses. Now, we'll show you the ninja tool where you just press a button and get them, but still just do this exercise for me anyway, because it's not hard. And if it's not 100, it doesn't matter, like however many. But we want someone that you or somebody close to you has been a customer of, like legitimately. Like, we don't make stuff up. So you use them, or your mom or your spouse or your kid or whatever, your neighbor, but like something like real, don't be, not that you would, but still. All right. So all we got to do here is just like brainstorm for a second. Okay. This is the manual labor part. This is the tough, difficult, grueling in the trenches manual labor. Then we'll press buttons and copy and paste. All right. So think about this. All right. Who cuts your hair? I need to go. I'm going to try to go today, because I'm getting a little rough looking. All right. Who fixes your house? Like who fixes your car? Who sold you your car? Hope you like it, probably do. Who cuts your lawn? Who keeps your pets healthy? Dude, I'm pro tip, don't get pets. I was doing our books the other day. I'm like, we spent what on these dogs last year? Okay, anyway, who keeps your dogs healthy? Who makes the best pizza in town? Who sells your favorite drink, which is surely non-alcoholic, because we're all health nuts and very lifestyle conscious. Who makes your favorite meal? Best restaurant? Who sells you flowers when you get in trouble or when you want to be nice? I gave my wife an emerald ring yesterday that I had custom made. A little surprise. That'll teach her. All right. Who makes your favorite dessert? Krispy Kreme. Who paints your house? You get it. Who built your deck? If you have one. If we had a New Zealand accent, that would sound funny, by the way. Who done paved your driveway? Who fixes your teeth? Meant to say teeth. What does it say teach? Who fixes your teeth is what that was supposed to be. Your dentist or your orthodontist or whatever. Oh man, I hate going to the dentist. Who keeps you beautiful? No one does that. For me, it's impossible. Who cracks your back? Who's your chiropractor? Who does your taxes? Like, you got somebody, at least one of these, you're going to know somebody, and probably you're going to come up with like a few. So it's a really good idea to just like make that list, just because those are the easiest possible wins. Like, you can't, really lose with them. I mean, I guess you could. I don't want to like false, expectations, but you know them. You've got affinity with, like, you're their customer. It's almost like they feel guilty for not at least letting you show them how to fix the problem. And then once they see how it works, it doesn't literally sell itself, but it's pretty close. So do the same for your spouse. All right. Say, spouse, come in here and do hard manual labor. This weirdo on the internet told us to do this together. And then go through the same list of questions, who does whatever for you. So I'm not going to repeat the list because you guys will go into a coma. That was how to keep people bored in 10 seconds. All right. So do the same thing with your spouse or your cousin or whatever, as long as it's real. We don't want to be reaching out to businesses and like, pretending that we do business with them or something. And if it's your spouse, go, yeah, my wife goes and does, like, gets her nails done at your place or whatever. Don't make stuff up. Not that you would. Okay. So you can easily come up with 100 businesses if you just kind of like sit down for an hour max and brainstorm out stuff like that. So that's way number one. It works. It doesn't cost anything. It's easy. Hang on. What's cool about this? Try to glass off camera. Very important. People don't see your water glass. All right. Every one of these types of businesses is like perfect for high levels reputation thingy. Like, just grade A, prime, perfect candidates. That's the kind of business you want. You don't want like the giant franchise or where you have to go through the board or, whatever. You want the owner operated, the tree surgeon dude, you know what I mean? Or the mobile car wash guy or whatever. Like, that's the perfect person. All right. We call them hyperlocal, which I think we have established, but I like to be redundant when I repeat myself. It's fun. So basically, it's a local business that has you or someone you know for a customer, ideally. Like, that's the best possible prospect because you've got that connection. I pretty much drove that home. All right. Easier to sell to. So you could probably, depending on whether or not you actually make the list, your first 5 customers can come from the list you made because it's just such low-hanging fruit. It's like, duh. Of course they're going to talk to me. I'm their customer. They feel obligated to talk to me. No, they don't feel obligated to buy from you, but you got something that'll genuinely help them. It's not hard. So you can probably get your first 5 from that list. I'll tell you what to send them in a minute, and we'll give you the actual copy and paste thing. It's easy. But so what's kind of cool is that, to a degree, I don't want to over hype this up, but like, if you get 5 and you ask them for referrals and they actually give you some referrals, and then almost sounds like an MLM pitch, and then those people who refer you, like, they actually send you some referrals too. You can kind of just live off that if that happens. If it doesn't, oh God, we might have to copy and paste some more. Yeah, I know. Because it's, you got to copy and you got to paste. So it is a lot to ask. So anyway, please don't worry about, am I selling something that's going to work? Like, this thing works real good. And it's got a zillion features. We chose the reputation thing to focus on this workshop because it's easiest. And it's just like simple. Businesses understand it. You don't have to convince them that like it's better to have more good reviews than less. Like, no one's going to argue with you. And it really works. I mean, there's zero question that it works. So this is good. So here's what to do. All right. First thing, because we're going to, I'll show you actually, JB's going to show you the updated version because naturally they're like, hey, Frank made slides. Let's improve the interface of this thing. If you haven't done it yet, because we're about to see like how to do stuff in high level. If you haven't done it yet, go with, and someone please paste this in the comment thingies, speakwith.us/live-walkthrough. It's easy to remember. Thus, the request to pop that in the comments. You just get on the horn with a person that will help you set stuff up one-on-one, and just like tell you what to do free. So like do that. It beats reading the directions. At least worked well for me. Okay. So this is where y'all have gone and made it cooler looking, JB. So I want to show them how to use this tool, but the interface doesn't look like this anymore.
Well, what I'll do, Frank, if you're cool with it, if you don't mind just kind of going through the strategy around this, or just kind of what you have,
Okay. Yeah.
I'll pull up the new report so they could see it for themselves and how to get to it there.
All right. And so it's the same tool. It just looks cooler now. Like I probably wouldn't notice and would care, but I'm weird about that kind of thing. So they have this thing. It's called the prospecting tool, and it's pretty freaking gangster. So go in there and you just click on that. That's the button. All right. And then click add a prospect over there. We've clicked twice now, so I know. All right, so grab somebody in from the list that you made, okay, and enter them in the search box there, because you're going to see a little search box. You can enter their name. That's kind of obvious. You're welcome. Sorry. All right, so you've entered their name in there. And this is what you'll see. Like, you don't even have to download the fancy report. Like, High Level can make you like this really badass report about their search engine optimization. You don't even need that. All you got to do is just look and be like, does this person have, damn it. There we go. Does this person have reviews and stuff or not? And if yes, great. I'll show you why. And if no, maybe great, but definitely great if yes. All right. Because if they got reviews, that means they're worried about this. Did that work? Oh, that would have been so cool if we did switch the slides when I click that. Okay, let's try it again. That means they're worried about this. There we go. Okay. So let's assume that the business I just entered, which it was a pizza place. So we got that, and we know like how many reviews they've got or whether or not they have them. And now if you just go, and let's say we're in Oceanside, I think it's where I put, Oceanside, California, wherever you're living, you just put Italian restaurant in Oceanside, you can see where they are in relation to other restaurants. And that will drive them freaking crazy. If they're like way less than, or even a little bit less than their competitors, for two reasons. Number one, business. Number two, which is probably stronger than number one, ego. It's plain and simple. It's a freaking ego thing. You're like, oh, hell no. We're not going to have freaking Ciao Ristorante Italiano out reviewing me. Not today. That's what everybody says in their mind. So it's wonderful. Like if you find out this is the perfect person, it's the person who's got some reviews, but there's people that's got more. Great. All right. That's what we want. We have clicked, I think, 3 times. All right. Don't need to generate the fancy report or anything. All right. So I think, okay. Yeah. I think now, if you want, we can show them like what it
I got it right now. I'm going to share my screen. Yep.
Yeah. Let me unshare. I think. Oh, no. Are you doing it already?
I could see it on my end. I'm just going to move yours here for a quick second.
Cool. Okay. I knew that. I totally knew you could share a screen at the same time. I was making sure you knew.
Yeah, I just don't want you to start surfing on the web here while your screen is still there. You're thinking mine's only one up here. So, that's the last thing we want here, Frank. All right. Let me pull this.
Pure insanity. It would be like, and that search results are, it's still not cured, Frank. You're yeah, you need to see someone.
I love it. Well, to your point, Frank, High Level has absolutely upgraded a lot of this stuff, and in doing so, like in a New York minute, when you go into the agency dashboard view, you click on prospecting, you'll see that you have all accounts. This is where you can search for your own leads. So if you want to type in Italian restaurant, probably spelled that wrong, and let's just say San Diego, California, and you just want to work through a couple of those. Now I just typed it here all together. It'll still do the search, or you can just follow the rules and it'll pop it in where it's supposed to. But we have a bunch of restaurants here that are popping up from that search. And you can add these into your lead list. And what's really nice about this as you do that is you could fill in as much updates as you want as you learn about these businesses. So, like for example, here, if we were to add this into our report generator, it'll generate a report, and I can do a few here. So if
Yeah,
I
the
want to
best
kind
one
of,
on there is that Robot seat. I can't read it because I'm half blind. But the one that's almost at the bottom, that's got 531, and everyone's got more than them. Like that's your prospect right there.
oh, beautiful. Yeah, I agree, Frank.
They're going to be like, this will not stand. I can't have these other dudes having freaking 5 times more reviews than me. This is bogus. Like that's the person. That's your guy.
It's a really good point because someone who's not looking at it like that might say, "Oh, these people have a lot of reviews; they don't need me." So the angle is position. Why are you the lowest on the totem pole? Yes, you might be showing up in the top 3 or 4 entries, but they still have more than you, and you're probably doing the same amount of volume.
Yep.
Interesting.
You don't even have to really say it. I mean, we wrote the email. This only worked every time, but like that's if we were to pick one, it would be all of them were pretty good, other than the number one person. But that one person right there that like had, Parma Cucina, that's another good one. They've got, oh, wow, what's the one with 190? Yeah, Pastino in Little Italy. No, you wouldn't want to lie if you've never been there or whatever. Don't like say you've been, but you get the point.
I do.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, Frank, just with the simplicity part, I'm thinking now I'm going to put together this 30-page report to go over with them in person, where in reality, I got the answer here already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need to look at the report at this point.
No, they don't want to see that report. I ain't got time for that. They're going to go to sleep. Like what? Backlinks? What are you talking about?
But if someone's brand new, I guess, what I would say then, I guess I would say if you're brand new, this is a good way to teach you of what to look for and why it's kind of marked off. So like the chat widget, the text enabled number, these are all X'd off. You understand why. And then as you go down, you start to see some of the other things that they maybe have on. Maybe they're doing Google ads or Facebook ads. But what's really nice about this report is you can use it as a learning tool for you, your staff, your VAs, or your customer if they're a little bit more sophisticated and they're trying to like debunk you and say, "Oh, well, I don't know if that's even true," and show me the proof and all that stuff. You say, here's 15 pages, go at it. If you want me to help you, I'll help you. So if you haven't been in this yet, let me know in the comments below. I didn't even know this existed. And if you've been in here before,
like show me the proof. Or okay, pull up your phone and Google Italian restaurant in San Diego. There you go, buddy.
That's even simpler, Frank.
Yeah, like we don't. But it's not really like that's not the kind of thing that you have to worry about. Like they know, and then before they answer the magic email, which we made up the name, but it works exceptionally well, in our opinion, is of course they're going to go and Google it before they respond to you, So it's just like they've already done that when you're talking to them. They know.
Yeah, and this is that report. This one actually showed up pretty quickly for Devonte and Oteca, Little Italy. But yeah, so look, if y'all now you know how to get here. If you need it, you have it. In addition, if you do want to use this as a lead magnet, you could actually add this widget to your website. And if somebody just out of curiosity wants to pull up their own report on their own as a lead magnet, these could be leads coming in for you automatically, and you'll collect all the information and it'll spit the report out for them right away. But Frank, to your point, the minute that you get that notification, you need to call them and say, "Hey, don't open that report yet. Let me just go over some basic stuff," because you might get overwhelmed.
There's no way in 1,000 years I'd send them the report. I'm just like that. I'm like,
yeah, but see, that's why you've been doing this for 25 years. 25, 30 years. You've been, this is why people are here today. So
yeah, I ain't getting no report. Not because I'm stingy with the report. That's just going to overwhelm them. Like they're busy, dude. I've worked in kitchens a lot. Dishwasher, fry cook. I never talk to the public because they're not going to let me do that. I don't want to do that. But it's like high stress, high pressure from the second you wake up until you go to bed, especially if you own that restaurant. They got to read a damn report. They're like, yeah, how's it work?
Yeah.
That's it. You know, the report's going to aggravate them. But you can use it. But the easiest thing is you got less reviews than these people. Do you want more or what? Like, we're going to say it nicer. But by the time you're talking to them, they've already proven to themselves that the problem is real. They're not going to say yes without Googling, you know, and seeing for themselves. So we're just going with the river of human nature. You know, when you're trying to fight that current, that's not going to work. Like, okay, let's build the Hoover Dam of the mind. No, let's not do it. Let's just ride the river to get where we want to go. It's already going there, metaphorically speaking. Probably a weird metaphor, but that's what we're doing to get that sale. You know,
I do. Well, Frank, I think you know. To your point, this is nice to show people that it exists. That's
yeah,
the robustness of it. But we're not going to need that. We're going to just need the email that you put together, and then right, just kind of keep it simple conversation. Show them they have a problem. Show them how to fix it. So I'm going to X out of this if you don't mind.
cool.
All right. I think they have a view of it. It's not much of a big difference of aesthetically, but for those that again are a little bit bigger in marketing, they're just getting on high level. They want to give their team resources. This is a good resource for your team. But if you're brand new, like most people are in this is nice to be aware of, but you don't need to use it particularly to get your first paying customer with this. So let me hide this, Frank. We got a lot of comments. And you got a couple people on edge here. Someone's like, Frank's going off script. Love it. What's he about to say now?
It's cool. It's always been cool. But it's like, dude, just all you got to do is type in their name, see how many reviews they got, then just type in Italian restaurant in San Diego and see how many reviews everyone else got, and make sure there's people with more reviews than them. Like
this
that's it.
This overthinking stuff, Frank, is really serious.
All you got to do is just party so hard that you have 7 functioning brain cells, and then it becomes impossible to overthink stuff. That is my secret formula. I've stopped doing that only because there's I don't want to lose that 7th one. Once you get below 7, and then you only have 6 functioning brain cells, like everything goes downhill. So I'm just clinging to that 7th, There's for number 7.
Oh gosh. Well, Frank, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and hide myself and throw this screen back up here because that's a great example of just kind of keeping it simple. So I'm gonna hide here. If you need me, holler.
All right, man. I'll holler at you. Okay. So, like we done said, if they have less reviews than their competitors, they're going to need and likely want more reviews than their competitors because of ego and significance. Like, forget the business implications. I mean, the business implications matter, but what really matters in their mind is they might not even admit it. But it's like, wait a minute. I'm better than these other guys. To hell with that. They can't be having freaking 2,000 reviews and I only got 400. We don't want to outright tell them that, but that's what happens in their mind. We're just sort of facilitating that mental conversation there. All right. So after you typed in their name, seen how many reviews they got, and then typed in San Diego Italian restaurants or wherever I don't know why we're stuck on Italian restaurants. You get the point. Make sure there's people with more reviews than them. Now we're going to copy and paste. All right. So we've clicked 4 or 5 times, which is, a lot. And we've made a list and it's also exhausting. Okay. But now we can send this magical email and this is it. And I just got lucky. The first time I taught this workshop, 30 minutes before, I was like, it would be helpful if I wrote an email for people to send because they're not going to know what to say, I was like, I'm pretty good at writing stuff. I'll just whip this email. And so I just kind of made this up 30 minutes before showtime, slapped it in the slides and bribed people to send it. And I was like, okay, everyone who sends this and, it doesn't even matter if they say yes or no. All you got to do is send it and get any response of any kind. And, post a screenshot in the group. We'll do something cool for you. And I forgot what it was. I think it was all 3 co-founders of High Level would agree to live in your house for a year or something. That's not true. And, but it freaking worked. It's unbelievable how well this thing has worked before. So I think it'll probably work for you. But there's a lot of psychology behind it. Okay. So number one, you're just sending it from your regular email. Like you don't have to go and worry about getting a super fancy looking web page or anything. It's fine to just be like, dude, I don't have a web page. I just started. You can just tell them that. There's no reason to get ready. I'm getting ready to get ready so I can plan my action of getting ready. But before I do that, I need to get ready. Like forget all that. So subject line is, I don't know, Lucadia Pizza's reputation. Pretty good pizza place down the road from me. All right. They're going to open the freaking email, most likely. It's kind of a hard one not to open. And it's not a misleading subject line. Hi, my name is Frank. I live here in San Diego. And sometimes I order pizza from there, which is true. All right. I did a Google search for pizza places in San Diego, and I noticed that totally blanking on that pizza place or whatever. Da Vinci Inoteca or something has fewer reviews. No, their place. Sorry. Let me start that sentence again. I did a Google search for pizza places here in San Diego, and I noticed that Lucadia Pizza, that business, the one we're writing to, has fewer reviews and positive ratings than other Italian places, such as Da Vinci Inoteca or whatever. I'm spending so much mental bandwidth trying to remember the name of another pizza place. I think Lucadia Pizza is awesome and should be getting much more and better reviews. I'm happy to help you with that for free. Please let me know if you're interested. The end. That's all you send them. It is all true. So we want this to be true. Like, no, like if you've never been to the business, and just leave that part out. Don't say you've been there. But if you do a little list thingy, like we talked about, and you send this email to people on that list, it's pretty hard to mess that one up, So I'll break down the psychology for you. Number one, subject line. One of the most powerful drivers of human behavior is ego, significance. They're the same thing, ego, significance feeds ego, but whatever. It's the need to be significant and important. Look it up on Google. It says there somewhere on the big page of stuff that they say on Google. And page 42, the big book. All right, so that's why we have the subject line. Introducing yourself as a local and giving them the connection to the business. Like I order pizza from there sometimes or whatever. Or my wife gets her nails done there. Or my brother-in-law goes there all the time. He says the place was awesome. Whatever it is, just make sure it's true. If there's no connection, then just don't say that. Just say, I live here in San Diego or something. But preferably there's a connection. You did do a Google search for business types, Italian restaurants in San Diego. And you did notice that Lucadia Pizza has fewer reviews and positive ratings than other Italian places, such as those other peckerheads. That's all true. And as soon as they read that, they're going to be like, wait, what? And then they're going to do the same Google search, and they're going to see for themselves. This is why I don't think you really need to send them the report, because the report's 1 billion pages, and they're like, what the hell is this? This sounds like work. We don't want to do that. This is simply a statement in the next sentence. I think Lucadia Pizza is awesome and should be getting much more and better reviews. Guess who else thinks that? Them. So it's like, I'm happy to help you with that for free. Please let me know if you're interested. That's all. The end. And by helping them with that, we're just going to show them. And I'll tell you exactly what to do tomorrow. I'll show you and everything. But you're not going to do it for them. You're just going to show them exactly everything they need to do, which happens to be what High Level does. Shocker. So they can do it by themselves, or they can, you can do it for them. But that's the email. And dude, I'm telling you, just don't believe me. Just send it. Of course, not all of them are going to reply, and some of them might say no. Some might say maybe, I don't know what you got, and some of them might say yeah, okay. That's kind of your outcomes. They're not. Here's what's not going to happen. They're not going to be furious with you for sending them an email pointing out the truth that they can easily and instantly verify with a Google search on their phone. So this is the downside is nothing. The upside is you get to talk to somebody. It's very simple. So that is the magic email. You screenshot it if you want to. I'm sure it's in the slides and stuff, which is in I forgot what they call a university thingy, but just screenshot that thing. Don't change it. Just make it true. actually use the real names, and you're going to be good. So here's your homework. Yay, homework. If you do this, you're doing stuff. And here's the big secret. Like I'm like some wise business philosopher or whatever, the nerve. This is what I've noticed. All right. It's not about like this grand, massive thing that you do like one day. It's just these small daily actions repeated over time yield compounding results. So like if you just like do this every day, today, man, might not be a big deal. You send 10 more tomorrow, you might get a meeting or two. You send 10 more the next day. By day 30 of you just sending 10 of these a day, you're going to be like talking to people a lot, and you're probably going to be getting customers unless you're messing up the part where you talk to them by overcomplicating it. But that's the trick. It's not let's go do 10,000 different things, and like try to be who we're not. It's just these little daily actions done consistently over time. They yield compounding results. Like if I needed to get in shape, hypothetically speaking, obviously I do. I can either go run a marathon today and then wake up tomorrow and be damn near dead. There's no way I could run a marathon. Or I could just start walking around the block every day for 30 minutes. And by like 90 days, I'll be in way better physical condition than I am now. Like that's the whole principle. There's no need to like make it harder than that. So send out 10 of these suckers for the love of Christmas. You talk to a high level, let them help you press the buttons and everything. It's just, unless you like reading the instructions. I never read the instructions. I'm just like half of the stuff I own. I'm like, this thing don't work right. Of course, I don't even know how to turn it on. So like let them help you and then you're good. And make another social post. And the reason it's important to make those social posts is because you'll realize the world doesn't end, and people aren't supposed to immediately reach out and say, please take my money. You just make it so you can show, like, prove to yourself, I did something, everything was fine. And then you just keep making them every day. You just make one a day and send 10 of these suckers out every day. But just start today, not tomorrow. This ain't that hard. We can all copy and paste. Send it from your Gmail account. You don't need nothing fancy. All right. And there you go. That's your homework. And you'll have people, maybe not, but chances are someone's going to be responding positively to that. And now take a screenshot of any replies that you get, and we'll like sing your praises very loudly wearing Viking helmets.
I love it, Frank.
I didn't really know what else to promise. I was like, well, I don't know.
We got some friends already that they're already pushing it out there. So take a screenshot of this here. I will say here, there was somebody that said, could you show it again, please? But Frank, we have the replay. So Scott, if you could jump on the replay here, once we get off live, you should be able to jump right in and kind of watch how at whatever pace and get situated here. Brandon O'Donnell goes, Frank's a big help on helping people by actually helping them. So Frank,
it has never failed. You'll demonstrate you can help people by actually helping them. Trick is like, who would have ever imagined that works? Well, you're either like, look at how amazing I am, or I'm like, oh, dude, here, watch, I can help you do that. And then they're like, I like this person, they helped me. I think door number 2 is just easier, than trying to look cool or whatever.
All right, great. Well, Shelley Ward says, everybody lives somewhere. Do it where you live.
That's the whole point. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're going for, because like you have the affinity with the business. You actually order pizza from Lucadia Pizza. They were pretty good, by the way.
Yeah. And, Jonathan has a question here. Once we do that, Frank, what's next?
Do it again. Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean like after you send the email? Oh, well, I'll show you tomorrow. Yeah. So we're going to do a non-demo call. We're not even going to open high level when you talk to them. We're just going to show them screenshots and stuff and tell them what they need to do. And that will, for some, not everybody, that will logically cause them to realize that, oh man, this is like, I could really be getting a lot more reviews if I did the stuff this person was saying. And then they will also conclude on their own that doing all that stuff by themselves would be a pain in the ass if only there was something that could do it for them. And so the whole thing is designed to get them to be like, well, how is it like, how does this work? I don't want to do all that. Do you do that? That's the whole thing. And then that secret code for I'm interested in buying please tell me how to buy. And that's what we do. And I'll walk you through it. And again, it's one of those things like, man, please don't overcomplicate it. It's simple is good. Real good.
And even Christina Haystack says, just open up Google and show it to them. You don't have to overcomplicate it. So she agrees with you wholeheartedly. Just show them, hey, this is where you're at and this is where everyone else is.
Yeah, they're going to do it themselves either way. They're definitely going to run that search on Google. I mean, wouldn't you? You'd be like, what the hell? I mean, look. And then those are the ones that like write you back. Like, okay, yeah, this will not stand. Da Vinci, Enoteca. Why did we have to choose one with such a hard name to remember? We can't have those guys with more reviews than us. They're pretty good too. I've actually eaten there. I've eaten at a lot of places. You can tell by looking at me. Very well fed.
Well, Cookie AI Learning says, she actually quoted you on this one. If they're going to buy it from someone, it might as well be you.
Yeah. I mean, chances are, unless they're just like a business that's been there a billion years, like there's this barbershop, Lefty's barbershop here in town, and like they could care less about anything because there's like 3 dudes in there, and their books are full. They don't need any more people. Yeah. I'm like, y'all ever thought about charging more money? But barbers at a place called Lefty's Barbershop are not typically people that appreciate unsolicited business advice. Go figure.
I love it. Well, Bill Becker has a story to share here. I've been frozen on this for 1 year, but I went out 3 weeks ago. I knocked on 3 doors and got a deal because I spoke to someone.
You, sir, are a freaking hero. I have done that, and it's terrifying. Man, I used to get so freaked out about it. That's the whole reason I'm online, is because I went back to my office after being thrown out of a restaurant, oddly, for trying to sell them a credit card machine because I'm a genius at the busiest time of the day. And then I get the hell out of here. And naturally, people I went to high school with were eating at the same restaurant. So I was publicly embarrassed. And I went back to my little office on College Street in Macon, Georgia, and typed in, I don't even think there was Google yet. It must have been on Yahoo or something, how to sell credit card machines on the internet, and found a course by a dude named Corey Rudel about internet marketing. And then everything, now here we are. But it was getting the door slammed in my face 1,000 times that caused me to do that. So this is so much easier than going door to door, But man, if you can do that, you're unstoppable. Anyone that's ever done door to door, you've got an unfair advantage over everybody because you've been through, the combat. I mean, no disrespect to actual combat is completely different, but metaphorically speaking, you've been through that freaking intense, god-awful combat and you've made it. So this stuff is like nothing. This is a joke. It's so different and simple. Yeah. That guy's great. So again, man, dude, if I had a hat, I would take it off.
Yeah, Bill, thank you for sharing that, man. And if y'all have any stories, please share them as well. Sometimes, what's really nice about this, Frank, is when you've been at a couple of our masterminds, you were at our Level Up Summit. It's so different when you're meeting people, you're networking with people. And this is probably as close as we can get from an online networking portion of things. But it's so awesome when we hear stories where people are joining a workshop, they're getting to know each other, and then they make a relationship out of it and do business together, or they go through the trenches together. So if you guys, gals, friends that are here are looking for some help, you're looking to kind of get part of a group of people that are on this journey, we have a couple of areas, Frank. We have in our Facebook group, the High Level Official Community, we have our 5-day challenge group. We have also our Go Collab app. All of these things will be in the comments. Basically, just other high level users that are just kind of learning, growing, and sharing. But looks like a lot of people are saying congrats to Bill, man. Bill, thank you again for sharing that. Frank, we got the links up here. Folks have taken the screenshot. Frank, you mind putting that email back real quick? A couple people want that email again.
I mean, it's a lot to ask, but yeah.
I know. I get it. It was only 15 slides before, right? If y'all could take a screenshot of this and you can make it yours as much as you can, in the sense of filling in the town, the business type, the competitor name. Don't leave that there, and put your name on the bottom. And please share that you sent it, or share that you got some sort of reply.
Even the bad ones, because we can laugh together at how hilarious they are. It's pretty rare you'll get one this bad, but if you do, it'll be funny and you can laugh,
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing here, Frank, is the tool, the reputation feature itself is very easy. You go into the reputation section of High Level, and it's pretty much all that you can, connect everything and get it up and running. So I would say the setup portion is the easiest part. It's the email part that's the hardest. We learned last time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want to share this with you, Frank. If you're okay with, it, I'm gonna share this to you in your Slack.
Yeah.
Or no, I'll share it here in the private chat. Do you mind sharing this one? I found the results of what people did last time that actually sent the email out. I threw it in the private chat, and then I think we close it on this note
Yeah.
after you go through a few of these, just to kind of maybe pick
Oh,
which
there it
one.
is.
Yeah, I
Okay.
went to the archives on that one. It wasn't too long ago, but
I'm trying to find it. Dude, I'm going to find the private chat. I see everyone else's chat. I didn't even know this was an option. Good Lord. Okay. Where's the private version? Oh, you guys will never guess where the private chats are. It's under the button that says private chat, but it's on the left side of the screen. I was looking at it. Okay. So you want me to pull this thing up here?
yep, if you could share it on your end, let me know when you're good. I'll put the screen back up.
There it is. All right. Look at this. Man, I can't believe it's been a year. This was the first time we ever taught it.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah. So this dude, this is the response he got. All right. So this was like a no, which is fine, but like, look, it wasn't no, I hate you and I'm going to like kill you. I was like, no, we're cool. Like I said, that's typically the worst. The worst no, you're going to get. Let's see. Let's check this now. Thank you for reaching out. I would be interested. Look, yesterday, I did a Google search for auto insurance in Glendale and noticed you have fewer reviews and positive reviews than other auto insurance providers in the area. Didn't even have a connection with them. I think you guys are awesome. He does have a connection. You've been amazing to me and should be getting much more and better reviews. I'm happy to help you with that. Boom. Shaka laka. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. No, so these are like those old school folks I've been telling you about. They've just been in business for 10,000 years. They just could care less, You'll get some of those too. Doesn't matter. You know what you say? Okay. All right. Here's one. Yada, yada, yada. All right. Let's see. All right. Oh, they sent it though. All right. So they sent it. And oh, wow. This lady texting or something. Maybe that's a IM or DM, whatever you call it. Kind of cool though. But then the doctor had to move away. All right. Well, no, it's not a success, but like it's important to see what a no looks like, because it's not only is it no, but I now have your photograph and I'm distributing flyers all around town with horrible person printed under your picture. Like, they just don't do that. I live over here in Rockville and we like eating at your place. Thanks. I'm very interested in hearing how you can help. When can we discuss? Like, this is that's the purpose of this email, to get people to say yes. All these must be younger people. This different types of emailing. They're emailing through their messaging system. That's also known as sending messages. Okay, reach out to 5 people, said Danielle. Have an in-person meeting today. Good Lord, ain't that something? That's great. I want more reviews. Okay, look there. Oh, Tony, the Wild Onions reputation. Hell yeah, I want to know more. Sweet. I mean, we could keep going, but I think you guys get it, kind of awesome. We would love to learn more about what you do. Do you speak Spanish? We get reviews in both English and Spanish. Yeah, you just speak English, but louder and slower. Everybody knows it's the same thing.
I'm going to hide that screen there for a moment. And if it goes down to the theme is this: keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Send the email, send the message, keep it simple. Frank, we are at time only because we have a lot of things to prepare for tomorrow's. And then we got to give people, while this is fresh in their mind, just to get those 10 emails out. You mind closing this out and we can kind of close this up and
I thought you wanted me to change it, close my screen. Yes.
No.
I understand what closing this out means. Just send the emails. You're not nothing bad's going to happen to you. If you don't send them, nothing will happen. if you do send them, there's a chance nothing will happen. There's a chance some people not interested, but there's also a chance that some people will be, and that's a pretty good chance. Yeah, and only way to know is to, I know, copy, paste, and send from your regular old email account. Don't get fancy. Then let's just see what happens. You know, that's one of my favorite sayings. Like, what do you think about this? Screw it, man. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Like, that mentality has worked very well. I have drag racers on my street, apparently. That's it. You know, just do it. See what happens. You're going to be okay. You got it.
The drag racer was like a mic drop. Did you coordinate that? I thought that was perfect timing.
Could you hear it?
I did.
It's I don't know what the hell. Like, what are they doing? I'm in a little gated community in the middle of nowhere. Who the hell is like driving freaking fast and furious over here?
I love
I've
it.
become that old man. I just realized that I'm complaining about people's driving. This is great. Slow down.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Well,
wonderful.
Frank, I appreciate you just kind of breaking it down. I learned a bunch of things. If you guys learned a bunch of things too, let us know in the comments. What was your biggest takeaway? And if you have questions around your next steps, definitely ask. Get on the live walkthrough call like Frank has shared, and join us tomorrow for our last and final day together here. Day 3, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Frank, thanks for hanging out, man. And I love the rocket surgeon right here below. I didn't realize till now. I got
Yeah,
to check that next time with you.
that's a real title. Yeah, I got that degree from the International Society of Completely Non-Existent Degrees.
All right, Joe. Well, Frank is throwing a bunch of nuggets at us. Let's go get it done. We'll see you tomorrow. Frank, thank you so much, man. I'm gonna hit the end stream on here, but give me like 5 seconds before you start, chatting away. All right.
All
Don't let me
right.
get in trouble here.